Hello, Riyadh. Very happy to be with you today. So we've had some great discussions till now on consciousness. All those great topics that are very stellar compared to what I'm going to talk about now. I'm going to talk about how you and your companies can benefit from artificial intelligence and automation right now. Okay? I'm going to talk about evidence and practice that I've collected over 2 decades of consulting experience, working with hundreds of clients when I was at McKinsey and then at EY. In those 2 companies, I built a new practice that is called intelligent automation, and I wrote a book on the same topic. Who of you heard about intelligent automation before coming? Yes, so we have roughly 20 hands. Great, wonderful. Intelligent automation, for those of you who don't know, is one of the most, I would say, impactful trends in technology for the coming, in the last decade. It was born just 4 years ago, and according to Gartner, this is one of the top three most impactful technology trends for the year. So intelligent automation, to make it very high level, is a new breed of artificial intelligence, combining artificial intelligence and automation to allow companies to grab benefits from digitization right now. I'm not the only one to talk about this today to you. I have with me Anna. Anna is helping me to share with me my ideas, and please welcome Anna.
Hello, Pascal. Thanks for inviting me. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. You might not believe me, but I am not a real person. I have been built using machine learning. Pascal programmed me to help him share his insights with you, and at the same time demonstrate the cutting-edge capabilities offered by technology today. I am very excited to be with you today.
Thank you, Anna. We are very excited to have you with us today. I did a demo of Anna yesterday in another booth over there. For those of you who've seen it, I think you enjoyed it. And for the other one, maybe next year you'll have the same demo. Anna is leveraging a large language model together with an avatar model that I worked with together with a startup based in the UK called Synthesia. Let me start building the stage with showing to you a few pictures that I think none of us want to see anymore, and that intelligent automation, that we call in short IA, will help to solve forever. I think we don't want to see that anymore, okay? But this picture is just a few months old, so it's a long queue to buy a train ticket, a flight ticket. Of course, the solution to those queues is to digitalize all those processes. But today, even if those processes are digitalized, they are a headache. I mean, raise the hand if you don't have, if you ever had a headache, entering data in different forms, the same data again and again. If you don't have an issue with your passwords reminding from one platform to another, that's crazy. I mean, we need to digitalize all those processes. We need to automate a maximum of those in order to improve customer experience. Now let's talk about the employee experience. Employee, I mean the workers. This is what you can see still today in companies. So we need to digitalize documents. We need to automate processes. This is the kind of experience that we can still see today in companies. We need to allow remote work. We need to digitalize. This is my messy calendar. Okay, I need a coach. I need a digital coach to help me make my calendar obviously more healthy. Let's talk about in the medical sector. Those doctors, on this slide, you can see that more than 80% of the healthcare organizations in the world have their physicians facing burnout. This is not acceptable. I mean, they are saving our lives. So here we need to digitalize and automate so that we can free up their time for them to spend more time with their patients and less time doing logistic work.
Pascal, can
Yes.
you stop here?
Yes.
Enough of horrible pictures for today. Now that we understand what intelligent automation needs to change, can you tell us what IA is and how it can help solve these issues?
Of course, Anna. To talk about what is intelligent automation, let's start with what it is not. It's not about those physical robots that we've seen in the manufacturing industry over the last 200 years, even though the concept is similar. It's about automation of tasks and activities that we do on computers. So anything that we can do on a computer can be automated. And you can think of clicks, opening applications, sending emails, predicting sales, finding patterns in a combination of figures. All these can be automated thanks to intelligent automation. And intelligent automation is booming currently because of one key reason, is that more than 80% of the workers in the world, and we are in this room, all of us, we are working on computers. So we can benefit from those technologies to help us automate, get a better experience, and improve the loyalty of our clients.
Pascal, I did some research yesterday night on the benefits of intelligent automation, and here's what I found.
Yes, please go ahead, Anna.
IA improves business efficiency by 20 to 60%.
That's true, and this is available across functions and across industries.
On average, IA increases by 50% the customer satisfaction.
That's right, and this is by providing better services, better products, faster to the clients.
It significantly enhances the employee experience.
That's very important. Do you know that today, companies that take care of their employees' experience are 4 times more profitable than those that don't? So that's critical even for the CEOs to think about it. When you enhance employee experience, you remove your staff from doing those repetitive, transactional, boring stuff to focusing on what matters: analytics, understanding, relationship with others, creativity.
IA has the potential to save 10 plus million lives per year.
So when writing the book, Intelligent Automation, we did a deep research into what can be the impact of intelligent automation on the world. And we found out that with an intensive use of intelligent automation, we can save more than 10 million lives in the world, especially by supporting clinical trials, research, and disease diagnosis.
I heard that more than 50% of companies in the world have already started to implement IA. Can you tell us how do they use IA?
That's true. And let me share with you a very powerful framework to explain how to use IA. IA is composed of 4 main capabilities. As you can see on this slide, one is vision, the other one is execution, language, and thinking and learning. Those capabilities are basically the capabilities that we use when we work on computers. We use our vision to see our screen. We use our hands and legs to type on our keyboards and use our mouses. We use our language to read and talk. And we use our brain to think and learn. So you will see that before jumping into each of those capabilities, can you see that in the middle of this framework, there is people? And that's a very important point here. I've never seen a transformation, an intelligent automation transformation succeed without putting people in the center of the transformation. So it's really about communicating, managing change management, educating the people. That's really critical. Now, let me walk you through each of those capabilities and give you examples of how they work. Each of those capabilities currently rely on a portfolio of technology. Let's start with vision. Vision is currently performed by computer vision. Let me give you a few examples of computer vision applications that can be used in the context of IA. We talked about passwords that are a headache for all of us. Here in China, we can withdraw money from ATMs just by using our face. So face recognition for withdrawal of money in China. That's another example of a computer vision application to identify potential cancer cells just by a picture of the back of someone. with more than 90% accuracy. That's another example. How to count effectively and quickly. This application called iScanner helps to count quickly without having the pain of counting. So it's very important for people in inventory management or merchandising, for example. Let's move to the next capability, which is execution. So execution is, think of anything that you do on your keyboard or anything that you do with your mouse. So it's about clicking, typing, opening application, copying, pasting. It's quite kind of rule-based type of work that we do on computers. The key technologies that we use here are robotic process automation. I'm sure you heard about this one. Smart workflows, APIs. Let me give you an example of robotic process automation in action. So this is an example of how robotic process automation can be used to prepare emails and send emails to chase the client, your clients that haven't paid you yet. Okay, so it goes directly into your ERP, identifies those clients that haven't paid yet, prepares the email and sends it to those people, and then it will manage the back and forth with, at least the first back and forth with those people. Now let me give you an illustration of how you can use robotic process automation and what are the benefits you will get from it. With something quite funny, it's a contest. A contest between a man and a robotic process automation program. So at the top you have the man, at the bottom you have the program. Both of them are doing exactly the same thing, which is about typing, entering information into a system, extracting a report from this system, and sending this report by mail. So it seems the robot has already finished after 16 seconds, and the man is still working on it. So this is the outcome of this contest. 15 minutes, more than 15 minutes for the man, and 2 typo errors. The robot, 16 seconds and no errors. So what is the key lesson from that? For those repetitive transactional activities, we better have this kind of robots work for us, because they are far better than us, they are far faster than us, and anyway, we are happy with that because we don't like this type of work. I mean, it's who likes to key in information 8 hours per day? And it allows us to be relieved from those transactional activities and have more exciting activities involving creativity, relationship with others, and so on. Let's move to the third capability, and here I don't have an example, better example than Anna. You've met Anna already. Anna has been made using natural language processing, which is the key technology that is supporting this capability. Fourth capability, and very important one, especially here at DeepFest, it's machine learning. So it's the capability of thinking and learning that is supported by machine learning, deep learning, and that allows to predict, to analyze, to give us insight. So, for example, I helped teams of planners build their forecast of sales more accurately than before, and relieving about 80% of their workload so that they can focus on more value-add activities. Another one that is a bit more funny, I would say, machine learning is used here to predict what will be the movement that will be performed by this person based on the electronic signals from the muscles of the arm of this person. So very useful for this person who's using an artificial arm.
This is very clear. IA leverages 4 capabilities, and each of them is supported by different technologies. Can you give us an example of how we can combine these capabilities together?
Yes. So now comes the magic. How do we combine all those capabilities together to create something that creates synergies that is better than each of the parts of this process? Let's take an example, very simple example. We all know this, we've all experienced that. You go to a bank, you want to open a bank account. So you need to go to a branch. You need to carry a lot of documents with you, and you'll spend a lot of time writing all those forms, signing, and so on. It's going to take you a few hours there, and then it's going to take in average 3 days to 1 week to get your bank account open. Now, with the help of intelligent automation, this is your experience. So basically, you're seated on your sofa, and in 5 minutes, you get your bank account open from your mobile phone. Now, let me explain to you how it works in the background. So this is, don't try to read everything here, it's too detailed. But key message here is this process of bank opening includes 8 steps. Those 8 steps used to be very manual and transactional. That's why they used to take a lot of time. Now, with the help of intelligent automation, each of those steps are automated. And you can see here we are using in each of those steps different capabilities depending on the nature of the activity. We are combining basically the different capabilities that we just seen and automating each of the steps of this end-to-end process. So thanks to this process is completely automated now. Of course, there are always some exceptions. So 10% of those exceptions are still managed by people, but 90% of the whole volume of transactions is performed by the technology. A key lesson that we learned from this is this story of synergies. It is really by combining those different technologies that we create more value and that we are able to automate end-to-end processes. So all that I told you really works because I implemented it in companies and they are currently getting all the benefits from this. Nevertheless, we see a lot of companies in the world implementing this. So more than 50% of companies in the world have already implemented intelligent automation. The issue that they face is that only 15% of them have been able to scale it. So basically, it is easy to implement a short proof of concept, a pilot, but when it is about getting it to scale to create maximum impact, that's more difficult. In the context of writing my book, I did a research and identified what are the critical success factors that companies have used to get scale right. So I identified 5 critical success factors. The first 2 ones are very fundamental. Let me start with the first one. Always put people in the middle of of this type of transformation. What I like to say is that intelligent automation is built by people for people. Okay, so education, change management, communication are critical. Second foundational point, management sponsorship. So I've never seen such a transformation succeed without management involvement. So it's more than sponsorship, it's involvement. We need really management to participate, to the steering committees, to be here and to endorse the business case and the program. A third critical success factor that I found out is that companies that have been able to start the automation of those end-to-end processes by identifying the key decisions within those processes were the winners. So let me explain and get back to our example of the bank opening process. Remember our 8 or 9 steps in this process. There is one step which is special. It is the one in green here. It is basically the decision that needs to be made in this end-to-end process. And the decision that we need to make here is whether we want to accept or not a new client. As a bank, you have to make sure that you get the right clients. You don't have criminals. You don't have people doing money laundering and everything. So this is the key decision that you need to manage. And this is the core of your end-to-end process. Why is it so important to understand where is your decision? Because before this decision, you need to collect all the data and prepare all this data that you need to inform this decision. So basically, we are all overwhelmed by data. We don't know which data to use. If you focus on decision, you just know which data you need exactly to collect and to prepare to inform your decision. So that's why it's critical to identify first the decision. And a second key reason why it's important is because after you've taken the decision, you need to implement the decision. And here we have 2 variants. So whether you accept your client or you don't accept it. If you accept your client, then you open the bank account. if you don't accept, then you need to perform other actions, like sending an email to this client and explaining what's happening. Third critical success factor is about democratizing as much as possible those transformations. So we used to have just a handful of people in companies to code and program and to implement those technologies. But now it's not enough anymore. We need more hands, and we need to change the culture of the company. So those type of low-code, no-code technologies are accessible to anyone in the company. Anyone without any coding or programming experience can build their own programs that will help them to improve their employee experience, basically. So not only you have more hands at the end of the day that can implement those transformations because everyone can build their own applications, but I found out that because when everyone is empowered to build their applications, it really changes the mindset of the company. So it changes the culture of the company to more digitization and automation. That's another example of a low-code application. This was made by MIT last year. So this person is a doctor. And he's not a programmer, he's not a coder. Each of those black boxes that you can see on the screen are data features. And by combining different data together, he's able to identify, for example, the correlation between the age of a client and the potential of having a blood disease, for example. Now, that's a bit of a dream, but it's coming soon. What if we could just ask in plain language to a system, and this system generates the code for us? So that's exactly this example here, where you can ask anything to this system that relies on GPT-3. I think most of you now are aware of GPT-3 and what we can do with that. I will skip this one. So this is how you can use GPT-3 to inform decisions on Excel. So if you don't know it, you can try it. GPT-3 as a formula in Excel. Okay, and the last critical success factor, which is number 5, it's about leveraging technology to implement IA. And that comes from the fact that most of those transformations currently are very manual and human intensive. So what if we had technology to help us implement technology? And this is what is happening with auto machine learning or with process discovery or process mining. Because of time issues, I will skip this demonstration. And I think, Anna, you want to say something?
The content we have just shared comes from the first reference book dedicated to IA and hyperautomation. This book has become a bestseller. It is available on Amazon and all your favorite bookstores. Profits from the book sales are donated to charities in charge of educating people in needs to new technologies. It was a pleasure to share this presentation with you today. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you with us today. And thanks to all of you for listening to this. I hope it was useful. And yeah, you'll get much more information into the book. Thank you very much.